the future, we looked beyond the purple door, and we knew it wasn't for us.
But we're about to find out who it is for.
Giant flying purple people eat ice.
So what happens when you have an autonomous gun turret and electromagnetic pulse?
Well, it's gonna...
It goes nuts.
Oh, God!
Also this guy.
Sorry,
He's a shadow pirate. Look at that cool face on the right side.
That is a really cool... Admittedly, he's just so adorable. It's like, hi, I want to be your friend.
I think that's like a mask he's wearing.
Yeah, it still doesn't stop him from looking like I want to be your friend.
Ah, back off. There we go. So, the thing about that guy right there, he's kind of a given to you, because normally shadow pirates activate their cloaking devices and you can't see them and therefore can't scan them.
Oh. So it's like one of those things of just like, oh, here's an easy one to get.
Yeah. So, Samus saunters in here and immediately triggers the alarm.
Man, Samus doesn't do stealth missions. This is what happens when you roll 1.
She really doesn't.
Well, she rolled a 1 in stealth. And sometimes that's all it takes.
Oh yeah, so the wave beam, as you might have noticed, stuns them. And then leaves them very vulnerable to getting blasted.
Okay.
So the power escalation in this game is pretty great. I mean, it's pretty great in most Metroids, but definitely, I think, you really feel it in the Metroid Prime series. Because you end up with a lot of diversity to your arsenal.
That's fair.
Because once we get the next beam after this, you'll really see what I'm talking about. We downloaded their map. This is what happens when you don't put a password on the Wi-Fi, guys.
Man, those drug birds, they were just trusting of too many people with their drugs.
Well, no, this is Space Pirate stuff. The Space Pirates are, like, notoriously incompetent, it seems like.
They're just like, man, alright guys, I have a password, and I'm gonna keep it still.
The password is password.
No, the password is Ridley.
Turns out Ridley couldn't guess the password.
Nah, that's way too many. It's too many.
It's like, who's your favorite commander?
Who's your favorite commander? Ridley! That's Ridley!
Kraid's like, why isn't it Kraid?
Kraid? I told you to hide that power-up better! I'm sorry, Ridley.
I have little T-Rex arms and a huge Godzilla body. What do you want?
You know I can't fit in that small space.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah. We are where I think we are. Yep, we are in the laboratories. Boom.
Boom goes Dynamo.
Yeah, they like fade out of existence while they're crackling on the floor. But, you know, I'm the kind of person who keeps scanning for lore even while under fire, so... yeah. Lore. But, yeah. What's the matter? That got old already? But, the gist of that one is just that the space pirates, all these doors we've been shooting through, the space pirates have been working on this planet for a while.
They've been just,
and those are meant to be security checkpoints. But they're security checkpoints in the sense that local life forms won't be able to activate them. And so they assume that only space pirates could do it. But they didn't really count on Samus.
Great! I thought you told you to make them Samus-proof. I know, boss, but I couldn't.
Yeah. Let's see.
I tried to make a new password, but it was 7 letters long.
Their mining operations have been going pretty well, except for people are slowly getting sick.
And the miners are on strike! Oh, god damn it. You try to be a...
Phazon. This is the first time you learn about Phazon.
Ah.
V-index mutagen, of which we have very little reliable data. Indications point to a meteor of unknown origin expelling Phazon into the environment.
Man, Phazon is it's actually pretty important lore here for the rest of the Prime series.
Well, the Phazon is why they're here. They want it.
And Phazon can do anything. It is like adamantium.
There is a tremendous amount of lore in tight space in this area.
Like Samus is just like, huh, lore. Oh,
yeah,
lore.
They talk about exposing the parasites to Phazon, which produced that gigantic parasite queen, which is the first boss we fought.
Yeah, so like this is just setting up like, man, you know,
Phazon does have like kind of limitations at times, but yeah, it's pretty stupid.
It's like the
pretty stupid how much it can do.
It's like the T virus. It can do whatever the hell you want as long as it makes zombies and weird things. Whee! You just blew him off the...
Wait, did he just get, like, stuck up there?
Yes!
That's... Wow. That's great.
You didn't see that?
I saw him, like, fly away, and I'm like...
That's why I went wee! I was like...
They were already 50% through the scans of the game.
You are already 50% scanned. Oh! Nani?
Yeah. We got any more lore here? No.
No lore. But one day we'll have all the lore. And then the world.
I can actually get a little lazy with aiming because we now have, like, several homing weapons. So as long as we have a lock-on.
Sure.
Which, considering the original game, didn't really have the aiming. Was it this room? There's another similar room that I think has, like, a catwalk that you have to go get a missile upgrade on. No, I don't see it here. Probably the next room.
Yeah. Check it out. You probably are going to find it there.
Let's see. Yeah. Research Outpost Glacier 1.
Glacier 1? But what about Glacier 2?
No, yeah, they're breeding Metroids.
Well...
And Metroids are vulnerable to cold, so they brought them out here.
Well, you know, they're trying to get the golden Metroid. So that way they can travel all over the world.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, like, you know, you get the black Metroid, but the black Metroid doesn't work as well. It can only travel over land. The blue Metroid can't travel over water, so he's a little bit better. But you gotta make sure you get the golden Metroid, because he can travel everywhere.
Oh, wait, is this
And then you erase him.
There's a heavy-duty turret somewhere in this game that you're supposed to scan.
Of course. But, you know...
I need to stop doing that, with because I just keep getting hit whenever it goes crazy.
It's still fun, but still...
Well, there's better stuff later.
What would a Metroid racing game be like?
It would be like a Diddy Kong Racing thing where you had, like, flying vehicles included.
I guess the story would be convincing Adam women can drive.
Please, Adam, give me the keys to the ship.
No! You don't deserve them yet. Now drive that car through hot lava.
You're just making me want to play that game. Just so we can make fun of that one.
Hey, I'm...
Proper context.
Is there a proper context? We'll never know. Oh, okay, we'll probably do it later.
Well, I was gonna say, we got like 3 Metroid Prime games, possibly 4 to get through.
Fair enough.
So we got like 4 better games.
And one with a dark world. Samus becomes a pink bunny.
Man, now you just got me thinking of like Samus in like a pink bunny suit.
I'm sure there's fan art. Let me check!
I've seen it. Maybe not specifically that, but... Yeah, well, while you check that, I'm going to activate this over here. You got this cute little, like, puzzle-solving music here.
It is.
Notice how quickly they incorporated... Yeah, they got the Jeopardy. I was gonna say how quickly they incorporated double jumping everywhere.
Oh, yeah. So that way it's like... So that way you can just move around after you go get it.
Yeah, well, like, all the platforms are now spaced such that you need to double jump.
Fair. Fair, fair, fair.
I was always impressed with like the level of detail of the contraptions that they have in the Metroid Prime games.
They're just...
Oh man, right into the microphone.
Oh, dang it. That was just part of the game, people. Don't you know? Samus always likes to pop a hot, cold one on a nice summer day.
A hot, cold one?
Yes.
That was a Metal Gear Solid villain, by the way.
Hot, cold villain?
Hot, cold man.
Hot, cold man. Are you sure it's not a Mega
works
Man
for
villain?
The CIA.
Anyway, try our new flavor hot cold beer.
Metroid Cola.
Metroid Cola.
It will drain your energy. Oh, so this is the planetarium. I love the planetarium here.
It's cool.
Whoa, platforming is a lot more trippy with this visor on. So, let's see. Planet Twin Tabula.
Twin Tabula.
Best known for Twin Fever.
Twin Fever. It's when you want a threesome. Oh, we just got threesome lore.
Man, I was going to say it was a dance routine, but you just had to make gross, man. Okay.
I learned it from watching you.
Alright, this is important. Planet Zevis.
Ah, God. The lore. It's crushing me. Crushing me.
Earthic ore, making it ideal for subterranean construction.
Oh.
Zevis is inhospitable to most bioforms. The world was considered unremarkable until it became a base for space pirate forces. And as we remember, Planet Zevis is the main planet from the original Metroid and Super Metroid. Then it explodes.
Well, you know, that's just what happens. A planet explodes. But thankfully we sent the little baby Ridley off to be raised by a cute, kindly couple in Kansas.
Dormine to uninhabitable wasteland. Well, the space pirates blew it up themselves. They planted a bomb or something.
Well, yeah.
Nuclear dust storms. Bad planet, don't visit. It has a bad Yelp rating. Alright, and...
Sorry, I just now have a sitcom.
Talon 4.
I just now have a sitcom idea for Ridley, like, landing in Kansas and being raised by the Kents, as they're like, Ridley, you gotta use your powers for good, but I'm a space pirate.
No, he's just like, Gah! It's like the only sound he makes. Yeah, so this is our planet. Talon 4 had a nice ecosystem until a meteor hit it.
Well, you know.
Those are the only major scans from the... I think we scanned all of them.
And the Green Lanterns have been slacking at their job. They need to do better.
Man, what would the Green Lanterns do in the Metroidverse?
To be fair, I
feel like the Space Pirates wouldn't stand a chance.
The Space Pirates would get their asses kicked. At the very least, like, some of the major Green Lanterns, like there's Sodom Yat, who, God. Thanks, Alan Moore, for that name.
So we just got the super missile.
So Sodom Yat is a Daxamite, and if you know what Daxamites are, they're like Kryptonians.
Okay.
So he has like the powers of Superman and the Green Lantern.
Jeez, overkill.
Yeah.
He's a flying brick times 2.
Yeah, basically. He is super powerful, and he's pretty great. Except, like, if you realize the joke in his name, it's kind of, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'll let you figure it all out.
Yeah.
But, I also like the guy called the One, who's a one-species, alien, actually, who's reincarnated on a planet every time he dies. And his Green Lantern ring keeps all his memories, so he just becomes a new incarnation.
This. Super missiles, you charge up the charge beam and then fire a missile. It takes 5 missiles, but it's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're going to use all of our missile ammunition for. And I appreciate that in this game it just takes 5 missiles, because in Super Metroid it actually has its own separate ammo.
Oh.
So it's kind of a different thing that way.
Yeah, I do appreciate, like, how much missiles you do get, because it actually makes you want to use them, because I call it, like, sometimes, like, the save items. You see, like, a really good item, but then you're like, I gotta save it for later.
So we came back to this room just because we can now blow this up. And grab ourselves another missile up.
Whee! You got all the missiles, baby.
Well, the missiles max out at 255, so...
Fair. Definitely better than... So there's like this character in Earthbound called Jeff, whose entire gimmick is that he throws items at people. So often, like, Earthbound players will try to save all the best items for later bosses.
So the item affects how much damage it does?
Yeah, basically. So, like...
That's like what the ninja throw ability is in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's a classic one. My personal favorite is Riku from FF10, actually, whose entire gimmick is that she takes items and mixes them up to get different effects.
Oh yeah.
I loved it when I poisoned one of the final bosses. Oh, Unaleska, fuck you.
Yeah.
That was great. And it was like, wait, did I poison a boss?
You did.
And I was like,
You did good.
holy shit, the boss is poisoned.
I like it when you can do that in games, because some RPGs that I played when I was younger, it just seemed pointless to try to use status ailments, because normal enemies went down so fast it wasn't worth setting it up, and bosses were immune to them, so they're just pointless.
It really depends on the game. One of the reasons why I like the Shin Megami Tensei is that they actually put a whole thing on stat buffs and debuffs.
That's good.
So they actually feel like they matter. So it's even if it's a minor stat boost, it's oh yeah, let's set this stat boost up. And in my Persona run, sometimes I even use stat boosting items just because I was okay, I'm out of MP, but if I can survive this, I can get back up.
Oh wow. I got him while he was jumping.
He was just
Yeah, we're outside. Oh, I got him again.
oh god, these jumping assholes.
So this is supposed to be your first real introduction to the flying pirates, I believe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, did we get a scan on them? Ah, we got it.
They're stupid Gundam bird people.
The Gundam birds.
The Gundam birds have come.
Yeah. You could take them down normally. I'll show you what happens if you do take them down normally. Because I just blew that guy to smithereens with the super missile.
Yeah.
They dodge these blast volleys. They try to kamikaze you.
That's cool.
So unless you completely blow them away with the super missile, they will likely attempt that.
They're just I'm going to die.
But they're doing their little Macross missile massacre over here.
Oh god. Well, just be prepared to get sued by Harmony Gold. Because that's what they do. Not anymore. Ha! Fuck you, Harmony
Wait,
Gold!
they're pirates, aren't they, Harmony Gold?
Possibly. Now, Harmony Gold is a real estate company, so there are crime connections from what I hear from people, but don't quote me on that. It's not.
What is that, slander?
Like I said, don't quote me on that.
I love the bit in one of the Spider-Man movies where Peter Parker tells Jameson, it's but that's slander, and he's like, no, slander's when it's spoken in print, it's liable. Then he bothers to correct him.
I love J. Jonah Jameson so much.
He's so great.
Well, he's one of the best comic book characters ever created, in my opinion.
This is not blowing up on me. Boom. Blow up. Why is it not blowing up?
What did you do? Does that box just hate you?
Okay, you know what? I realized that there's a whole thing. So we can't do it yet anyways.
What? Sorry, I'm just like the last couple game sessions
we're at the control tower.
Sorry, no offense. The last couple games have been oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. What can't we do? Well, okay.
Yeah, there's a Chozo artifact hidden up there, but I believe we have to come back with a much later power-up.
Oh, so clearly the Chozo...
I thought there was another reason that was going to stop me, but I didn't think it was the exploding box that would stop me.
The exploding box is
the non-exploding box. Oh, alright. This is actually a very important moment, so...
I'll shut up.
It's the first Metroid we see in this game. They gave it a cutscene.
That's cool.
And we can skin it, because it's behind glass. Metroid, energy-based parasitic predator. The dominant species of planet SR-388. Metroids can suck the life force out of living things. Metroid will latch onto its prey and drain energy, growing larger as it does. The only way to shake an attached Metroid is to enter morph ball mode and lay a bomb. And with that helpful factoid, it breaks free!
Thank you, helpful factoid!
And dies to my super missile. More pirate lore. The reconstruction of Geoform 187, codenamed Ridley, was recently completed. So apparently he was pretty messed up after the battle on Zebes and became a cyborg.
Oh god, they reconstructed him in a Kaizo Negan. Or, I guess he's not human, so Kaizo Dragon?
Sure.
I guess that makes Ridley a common rider now. Common Rider!
I think that's cool.
Ridley!
Nice. I think it's cool that they acknowledge that, there's continuity between that fight and now that Ridley was injured. Because other Nintendo franchises don't really, deal with that.
Well, the whole thing with Nintendo is that they have a philosophy of focusing on the game first. Everything is secondary to that.
Oh, Project Helix. That's going to come up later.
And it can be both good and bad. On one hand, it means that each game can be played on its own and you don't have to play other ones.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it's nice to have the little connections,
This is the catwalk I was thinking of. Once we're done fighting in here, we'll have to remember to pick up the item. He got hit by the splash damage.
Samus apparently just doesn't like people walking on walkways. Get out of my way!
They walked past, the yellow tape that's don't walk here.
Samus is just like, you insulted
I
my honor.
am the law!
Samus is Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
I am the law of space! I am space
That's
law.
Oh, yeah. This is actually just a really easy energy tank to get. Yeah, look at how many we already got all these, up here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Metroid Prime, I wouldn't say it's, super long, but it's the right length. It feels really good.
They really focus on making a very tight product, for the most part.
Metroid Dissection continues to provide more questions than answers.
We think it... So, we discovered it's made of Jello and lore. Jello lore.
Energy conduits that run from the invasive twin mandibles to the energy core in the creature's quadripartite nucleus. But the manner in which a Metroid actually extracts the life force from its prey remains an utter mystery. The victim does not lose blood or any other vital fluids, yet the Metroid extracts energy. Without it, the victim dies. So it's a chi vampire.
I was just going to say it's a soul sucker.
That too.
We're learning about soul sucker lore. And are you prepared for the new Metroid Soul Sucker?
Also, that bit was hey, rather than figuring out how Metroids work, we'll just train them to do our bidding.
Fair. How do Metroid
we'll see how
work?
that goes.
How do Metroid work? I'm just now imagining them trying to train a Metroid like a dog.
Here, boy.
Here,
I mean,
little Metroid.
I wouldn't want to try to train anything that doesn't have eyes to look at me with.
Oh, look. Sorry, Metroid. Look, you already had your dinner.
Have you seen adult Metroids?
Yes, actually. I've seen pictures.
Yeah, they're horrifying. I love the redesigns in Samus Returns.
Ooh. I still have to play that game. I have a DS, and I really gotta look into that one.
I was gonna say, if you want to borrow my copy.
Fuck yeah, sure. I'll borrow
Sweet.
it.
Oh wait, Ice Beetle. Ice Beetle.
Ice Beetle! Man, it's not as good as the Blue Beetle, though. Oh, Blue Beetle, how I love you.
Nice.
And Booster Gold. Booster Gold and Blue Beetle are best bets.
Alright, yep. Yeah, we're in here. In a dark, dark place.
Oh, God. Dark Dave just broke out.
Oh no. Scan for
Have
lore.
you found lore? Oh, look at that lore.
Oh,
Lore.
that wasn't lore. That was a switch.
Switch! Switch!
What happens if we can stun these guys too? Except for that happens. Alright.
Okay, I just put Dark Dave into a bottle. I'm just gonna throw him down below. Good, Dark Dave.
Evil in a bottle?
Yeah, basically. I call it, it's evil in a bottle, but I'm entertaining him in his strange, special way. I'm just gonna put a paper bag over it and forget about it. Till later.
Yeah, more Metroids in this room.
Metroids.
Yeah, they're keeping them all out here.
Switch. Switch.
Now here's a switch.
Oh. Switch.
We're turning off their force field. Yeah, so this is what happens when you just leave Bluetooth on.
Oh, of course. I am impressed at how Nintendo was hinting at the Switch even back then. They knew what they were doing.
Sure.
Like, don't you think that Nintendo are full of geniuses who know everything?
They can see the future.
Yes, clearly. They
Man,
clearly.
I can think of several ways in which they clearly could not see the future, and some of them make me sad. So I'm not going to bring them up.
Now that you have, I want to hear this. I'm curious.
I mean, more just like, you know, there are several good men from Nintendo who are no longer with us, and if we could see the future, we could prevent that.
It's true. That's okay. That's fair. In all seriousness, though, like, I wish that the Wii U had a better concept that could have been clearer.
I mean, the Wii U just kind of needed to be the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch is really...
Okay, so the room just got even darker, and now we have the thermal visor.
Ah, yes. You're in detective mode.
So these are the stealth pirates, fully cloaked.
Fully cloaked pirates. And
Yeah.
Samus has
They're
the
dead.
vision of a giant A.
Yeah, so this weapon is a white door. What do you think opens the white door?
I don't know what opens the white door. Maybe a white power-up of some sort. Like a white beam.
Yeah, really.
Either that, or it's a Chill Penguin's power.
Shotgun ice! You would be correct in that, sir.
Eh.
In fact, it even kind of fires like a shotgun in this game.
Fair.
But yeah, everything's all kind of trippy. I like that they still have, like, all the meters are still there, they just look different. I wonder if, like, they went through a lot of different concept art for their HUD, and then they just, like, were like, hey, unused ones go here.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
One thing this lacks, though, is radar.
Oh, yeah, like just being able to...
Yeah, the normal combat visor is the only one with radar.
That would annoy the hell out of me. Man, that Metroid is just like, I'm finally free!
Okay, so this is the energy conduit that reactivates the door. Can't see it normally. It's got like this little light that turns on when we reactivate the power.
Fair.
And now, like, everything... get a scan on you. Sentry drone. And then... Nope. There we go. Yeah, pretty much we kind of have to backtrack now through a darkened version of the place. Uh-oh. EMP messes up your visor a bit.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, if you stand next to it, I think it completely ruins your visor.
Jeez. It
Yep.
feels like I'm in,
Completely for a second there.
Oh, it feels like I was in, like, that, Sandy's Requiem or something? I'm trying to remember the game.
Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, we were talking about this before.
Yeah, the effects remind me a little bit of that, to an extent. Of how, like, it tried to mess with your perception of what you were dealing with.
Yeah, I remember it had like a blue screen of death that could drop on you.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, gun turrets don't really put off heat, so they don't show up that well, unfortunately.
Which
We got all the lore down here.
we got four lore.
We got all the lore.
4 lore. The new energy
Man, it
drink.
is dark.
It's dark. That's my soul. Sorry. Dark Dave, stop doing that. You're not needed now, at least not till the last level.
Gosh.
Hey, it's a literary technique. It's called foreshadowing. Look it up, you pleb.
Yeah, let's go ask J. Jonah Jameson about his literary techniques.
Well, he just wants songs about Spider-Man. Really, that's one of the only good New Simpsons jokes that they ever did. I need sonnets about Spider-Man.
I think we've been good about getting all the power-ups in this area, so probably won't have to backtrack too much more.
Okay, fair.
Ah. Hurt my eyes.
Your laser vision eyes. I love how like it pulsates with the energy and how it looks.
Oh yeah, the beams are so cool. Well, actually, on our way back now, Space Cadets, we've been going for quite a while. So, find out what we can do with our amazing thermal visor next time on Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter.
And embrace the darkness!